Alright, I'm starting from the front to the back, and I'm just peeling off kind of all the old, like, hardened, throwing it in my face, all the old hardened sealant and stuff that they used before we bought it.
Cleaning off the RV roof was a pretty intense process. The old Dicor sealant was extremely hard to remove because it had been on there for many years. To get all of that hardened gunk off, we just used good old-fashioned elbow grease, buckets and buckets of hot soapy water, a scrub brush, mineral spirits, and a putty knife. To give you an idea of just how filthy the roof was, this was a yellow ShamWow before we started. Now that the roof is all nice and clean, we're going to move on to some other projects we wanted to do. We're going to start by removing some unnecessary hardware and brackets that are on the roof, and then fill in the holes left behind with butyl tape and sealant. Next, we repair some small holes in the awning using UV-safe duct tape. And then finally, we scrape off any remaining silicone sealant around the perimeter of the roof, fill in any gaps with butyl tape, and then cover it in a clear solvent-based caulk so it's nice and watertight. Alright, let's get started.
Hey, what are you up to?
Alright, so I'm just cleaning off the part of the awning that we're about to retape. I'm just doing a rough scrub of just this area. We're only going to do about maybe three widths worth of duct tape, white duct tape. And then I'm going to go over it with soap again, and I got to clean the underside as well. But then once I'm done with all of that, the tape should be able to stick pretty well. Yeah, and then we're going to go ahead and get that repaired. Okay. Nashua Trusted Tape Products. It's a duct tape that's approved for UV use and outdoor use essentially. And people said that this would help repair an awning. Well, it turns out we have, you can see it looks like it might have been hail damage, little spots that you can't really see through here, but when you look up, you can see definite holes. So what I'm going to do is what I have been doing. As you can see, I've been going along this entire side and getting it retaped. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with that and show you how I do that.
Is like my least favorite substance on earth right now. It's just like making my life so much harder.
While removing some of the old silicone, I noticed that there are some gaps running along the outside seam of the roof. What I'm doing here is filling those gaps with butyl tape. As you can imagine, gaps and cracks in the seal can lead to water damage. And if you've seen any of our previous videos on removing water damage, You know why I'm doing everything I can to prevent that from happening again. So I'm making sure to get that butyl tape to fill that groove tightly using a putty knife. And for this particular project, something I realized that was pretty handy was to roll the butyl tape into thin strands. This way, it easily fits into that groove and it makes it more manageable. After scraping off the silicone, we cleaned the area thoroughly with alcohol, applied the butyl tape, and now Michael is sealing the edge of the roof with a non-silicone sealant. Once he finished applying the sealant, we went around with a damp rag and pressed on it to ensure a good seal. Thanks for watching Duet, Justus. We'll see you all next time.